Welcome back to the fourth video of this coding journey of this project. So what you're gonna do today in today's video, firstly we will add the authentication and the root, set the root for the admin, and we will set the create the model for the admin, and as well as we will set the controller for that also. But one thing I think we should do, if the time will allow us, we will add the model for the ticket and the task that we have to perform on the ticket, or I mean the controller as well. So let's see how much the time it will take to add all those things. So firstly, let me add the path I'm gonna use for admin. API v1 path admin. It does not require to create a different model for admin as well, but I was just thinking to make it a bit more leaner or a bit more user friendly, means the new beginners. That's why I add this. So this is going to be the path that I'm going to use for the user authentication. And let's first create a model for the admin as well. Dot model .js. So this going to be same, and let me just see what we have to add in here. So we required the name and trim it as well, bro. Let's just trim it. Yeah. Wow, they're giving me new suggestion. This is new thing, man. Yeah, oh, nice. Email, we have to write it unique and to lowercase, bro. And password must be this one. Let's add our new things. Assigned tickets. Mongoose dot schema types dot object id refer to ticket that we're going to create in a few videos, or this video, we never know. So let's just see what we have to do. Add again role. You can add a role for the admin or just keep it admin, it's up to you. I'm gonna add two roles, admin and super admin. Default will be admin, and we have to add the timestamps. This is the role. Nope. Let's just add a timestamp. Yeah. So this thing is basically, it will add created at and updated at to this, so that we can use it in our project as well. As you can see here in user, we also have this automatically manage created at and updated at. Yeah. So this is the admin schema. We have created the model. Let's create the controller. Oh fuck, oh sorry. My bad, guys. So what we're gonna require in this one? Yeah, these three things we require. I think model will be admin, because we're using model to store the data, and the model will be admin. Yeah. And let's just add first we add the sign up will be same as that of user. We can just add try catch. What is this, man? Try catch. So let me just add. So what are we getting from See, they have already given me suggestion for that as well. So what are we requiring from the admin is we're gonna get, I think we should I think in my project I didn't add the sign up for the admin because I have to set it something like that if the organization have that admin already, so we can just cross check with its number or email. We can add the object of the in a string object of the email in a string, so that we can cross check if the email of the person is present in that object, so we can verify it and we can allow that person to be the admin of that. But this is a demo, so we don't have to go through that much of pain. So we'll just keep it simply. We're just creating it for a simple purpose, nothing fancy. So we'll get the name and role. This is basically simply, I'm not going to use this one, so let's just keep it simple. If we check for the existing, yeah, this will be fine. We don't have to use it right now. Let's just create const admin login function. So what if you want to do, you can do that name rejects regular expression, email regular expression, and password regular expression, but I'm not going to use it, so I'm not gonna add it. Will just create much more. You can see the final this code in my GitHub profile. I'm not going to write that much code right now. So what we're gonna do here in this one, firstly we will get the name, email and the password from the, because we are actually logging in. So const email and password from the request body, and if let me just correct this one. If email and password is not there, please fill all the details. And check if it is already present or not. Const admin. Oh, if I only could off. What is this one? Admin. Oh wait, admin dot find one. This is the program. We have to add email to lowercase. Email to lowercase, yeah. Admin not found. And we have to check the password using bcrypt as well. Is this valid or not? Now we have to generate the token. Let's just generate the token and set the token as well. You don't have to the token. You can just call this function. Don't have to return anything. So we have set the ID of the admin. This admin is coming from find one. So we are getting that. And we are setting that token, adding that role and ID in that as well. So now logged in successfully. There is a better way we can return all those things. You just have to write it like this: admin spread operator, admin dot docs, and remove the password. You can send it like this. Yeah, I think this is a better way. So login is created as well. Now let's just add one more thing. You don't have to add that. It's your wish you want to add it or not, but you don't have to add that admin logout, because when we run that this one, when we run this function, this is also going to clear the cookie from your local storage, and this function is also going to clear the cookie. So they both are doing the same function. The one thing you have to do to log out is just have to clear the cookie. So this function both basically are doing the same, so you don't have to write this code as well. It will work fine, that user code as well, because I'm explaining again that the cookie is stored in your local storage, and so basically if it is stored in a local storage, you just have to clear the cookie. Either you clear the cookie using user controller or admin controller, it's up to you. So we have created two, so it's quite fast, man. So we added two more controllers in it. Now let's just add a model. No, let me just first check this endpoints are working or not. Let's go to Postman, and we will add a new collection. It's going to be admin auth. Sorry, auth admin. Yeah. Add a request. It's going to be post. Yeah, it was something like this. You have to add it. Admin here. Sign up, save, body. Yeah, role must be admin. Oh, I didn't run the server. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, I forgot to set the root also. Oh, my bad, guys. Oh man, I forgot to set the root. You can just copy this one and add it in here. Yeah, you can just type it like this: admin sign in, admin login. You don't have to use this one, and you can just change. Remove this one. Yeah. So this is quite well right now. Let me just check. Admin auth root. Yeah, you have to import this one as well. Make a space. Yeah, you can see the color has also changed here, and MongoDB connected successfully. Let's just run this one and see if there's any problem or not. Server error. Let's just check. Email, name, email, password, role. Admin, sign up. Oh, sorry. I didn't save it in the MongoDB. My bad, guys. So what you have to do here is admin, don't have to use this. Now you have to generate token, and you have to save the admin to the database. This is how we're gonna save. Let's just run this one again. Something is hitting the mark. Is it post request admin API auth admin sign up? Get the problem? Basically, I was searching here and there. I searched in ChatGPT and all that, but the mistake that I was doing was this simple one, man. I was just searching the bug for about 20 minutes at least. Man, that's just too much. As you can see here, the problem that I was facing was, let me just show you in the console. Here you can see, where was the problem? Yeah, here it is. So it was saying that the cannot destructure property name of the request body as it is undefined. Basically, it was saying that it cannot read this property, but I was doing the same thing. This controller is same as that of user one, but that one is working, but this one was not working. So after so much diving deep into this shit, I got to know that I was just sending the data in text format, guys. This was the bug I was looking for an hour, half an hour. As you can imagine, man, I was doing this, and this is the error it was giving me that time. Massive. So what you have to do is you have to send it in a JSON format because it is receiving the data as in a JSON format. So when we will send the data in that format, then you can see here, admin created successfully. Yeah, this one. Role is this, created at this, assign ticket. So you can also check that in your MongoDB as well. Let's just go and check. Let's see, cluster. As you can see, admin has been created, and this is the admin I have created right now. So this, as you can see here, it is working fine. So you can just add admin sign up. So this is how the admin will sign up in this one. So you have to save. If you use send again, already existed. So now let's just duplicate it, and we will use the login, sorry, my bad. And body JSON, remove this one, remove this, and you can just send. As you can see, login successfully. This is the data. You don't have to send it again, but simply something like that it will show. So let me just change this one, log in. Yeah, if I use this one, it will log out successfully. I'm basically using the user logout as well. So our controller for admin authentication is complete. We have added the sign up controller as well as the login controller. And now for something, now the two we are leaving with two tasks. First we have to add middleware, then we have to add ticket model and use the ticket model to add those services like create ticket, delete ticket, assign tickets, and much more tickets, basically controllers for ticket. So one more thing that we are left with right now, let's just create a model for tickets, and we will create a middleware as well. I will tell you what middleware is basically. So let me just first create the model for the ticket, and then we'll add the model, and then we'll add the middleware. Okay, so let's just create here ticket. So here, let me just get this one, and let's go to schema. So what we're gonna add here is title, which is going to be string, and it is required. And so yeah, so as I shown in my preview of the preview of the project, you have seen that what we are getting, the user is creating the ticket, it has a title, description, status, and category, priority, assigned to, created by. Yeah, these are the things that are required. You have to add created by also, because when we fetch the data, you should know which person or which user has created that ticket, and whom the ticket is assigned by the admin user basically. So priority, these are the things I will just go through simply. Ticket, description, status. Description is good. Status, we have to add bit more status, something like, we'll add this as a new, because it is going to be a new ticket. In progress, resolved, assigned, and not resolved. Okay guys, so basically these are the statuses of the ticket. You can add more if you like, and we will set the default to new. Okay, and we will set the priority to be a string. We don't have to set this one as it is going to be a string and required to be true. And once again assigned to Mongoose schema types object to user. And if I set the default to none, because while we create the user will create the ticket, it is not assigned, so it will assign after the admin will use its power, yeah, to assign the ticket. So until then it is not assigned, so we gotta keep it null. And for the created by, you have to set it required, because it must be present there. Required to true, refer to. So we have added created by, assigned to, priority, status. One more thing we have to add here is category. It means is it a hardware issue, software issue, or any other bug or something like that. Category. So what we're gonna add in here is type. We'll set the data which will be present in here in the front end. So let's just keep it a string, simple string, and required to be true, because we have to know what is the problem in it. So these are the things. So one thing I am also gonna add, as you see in the preview, I have also added the comments and updates. So we have to create a different schema for comments, and we have to add that schema in here in the ticket. So how we gonna use that schema of different object to in the different schema? So let's just see how we can do that. First, let me just create a schema for that comment. You can add the schema whole in here like this, but I will just make a separate schema so that you must know how you can create two schemas and you can add them onto each other. So basically this is going to be the schema. We have to write it as a text, and it is going to be true, and trim it. It is a comment, so we can add commented by. We can set that as a string. I will tell you why I set this as a string when we get into a later course. So let me just first set it as it like this. So commented at we'll set text commented by and commented at. We'll set it is date and default will be date now. Or you can set this one, or you can, it's up to you. So this is how we can create a different schema. And how we're gonna add it, we just simply gonna add that schema in here. Comment is equal to comment schema. So this schema is present in here. All the comments will get this data in here in the object format. Now we just have to export const ticket, and we have to just export the ticket just like we did it in the admin and the user, as you know. So I have created the model for the ticket, and now let's just create a middleware and done with today's video, because I'm getting an headache. I just can't do anything right now. So we have created, as you can see here, let me just go through again. So we have a comment section in the ticket area, ticket details. It will contain text, the commented by and commented at, and in the ticket schema we will have title, description, category, and the category, and the status, priority, assigned to, created by, and lastly the comments itself. So we have created this. Now let's just add middleware. So you might be thinking, what is middleware? So basically middleware is a protective shield that we use between authentication, so that without the authentication a user must not go into the dashboard, or the user dashboard, or admin dashboard, or it does not go through any, you know that people can change the route and go to that place as well in the while adding the routes. So to avoid that, we have to add the middleware so that only the authentication users can pass through that function. Basically it is basically a function, so that only the authentication user can pass through the function, and the next function can also run. Next controllers, like we will add the controllers like the function that gonna change the ticket or add details in the ticket. So the basically that things are required, middleware is required for that purpose only. So let's just create a middleware. So I'm gonna name it as protect route, because it's gonna protect route. So we're gonna add in here import JWT from JSON web token, import user from user model dot JS. Please don't forget to write the JS. Import admin from admin, and lastly the em vars, our favorite em vars. So these things are required. Export const protective route. I will just go through it, what we have to add. First we will just take the token from the cookies. Yeah, you know, right? When when we logged in to some application or some website, and again we get to log in here, we get a authentication check before we get into the final page or the home page of the website. So it basically does that. It will get the cookie and it will verify the cookie, it has that person or not, and if it has that role or that person or that ID, so it will go to that dashboard while checking all the ID and all that. So request.cookies JWT. It must be the same that you set in this one also. This, because it is used to check the authentication. We can add it like this, and we'll set the try catch block in here. So now if the token is not present, then just simply throw an error that you are not authorized because you don't have that token. So you must log in first or sign up first. So now let's just decode how we're gonna decode our secret. We use the jwt.verify. We'll send our token and we will check the EMVARs, and we will set our JWT token so that it can verify the JWT secret present in the token, and our JWT secret must be same. It will verify it. If it is same, then we can let the user pass through. If it not, then we can just set the message unauthorized. So now let's just add a user, declare a user. So if decoded, it will have a role, and if it is admin, so you have to set the user await, then we will set the ID to user. Else if it is, or you can just simply set it, because there is only two roles, right? User and admin, because engineer is also using the same. So you have to subtract the password as well, because you don't want them to know their own password, right? It is not a good strategy to use here. So await user find by ID, we will check decoded dot user ID. If it is true, then it will set that. And if user is not present, user not found. Now what we have to do is we have to set the user request.user to user, so that I will tell you how it is working right now, and we will call the next. Basically this next function is the function that we want to run when the protective layer has been passed through, or the people has been authorized, so that they can go to the next function. It comes here. Yeah, this is the basic JavaScript syntax. And for request.user, so why we are using it like this, whenever we going through the different route, I will tell you. When we'll set up the dashboard, and we will set up the dashboard routes like getting tickets, assign tickets, create tickets, then we have to use that user ID from here, from the request, because we getting it from the user. So we will get it from the request.user, because cookie contain the user ID and all that user details, so we can get it from the user, from the cookie. So we don't have to get by using the MongoDB ID or something like that. As you can see in here, we are using something like the admin.find1 email from the MongoDB. But when we create the dashboard, we have to use it from, we don't have to call this function, we will just use it from that requester ID, and we will just verify it. If it is there, then we can just check it and we can run that, all that. So this is the basic use of the middleware. Let me just complete it and leave it to GitHub Copilot. So this is the base whole middleware. So that's it, guys, for the today's video. You all have seen that how we can add middleware, and we have added two different models and added controller for admin login and sign up. and log out as well. And in the next video, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add different controllers to manipulate the data in the ticket model or in the ticket. So until then, thank you for watching the video. Like, share and subscribe. See you. Tata.